So in the scriptures, giving is a priority, and also it's in proportion. In the Old Testament, you may well know that consistently the people were asked to give 10% of all they had as a sign of their devotion, their belonging to God. It was written down, and it was expected that people would follow that instruction. And in the New Testament, Jesus comes at this a bit differently. He doesn't anywhere suggest that 10% isn't a good principle, but he recognises that there is a need for our generosity not only to be a matter of obedience, but a matter of the heart. So Jesus sees the rich young ruler, and he realises that the ruler's heart will not be won by the gospel if he doesn't give away everything first. But in a different passage, Zacchaeus gives away half of all he has, and Jesus sees this as evidence of salvation coming to Zacchaeus' house. So a little bit different in the two cases. And in the book of Acts, we see the early church giving as need arose, to the point of sharing everything that they had, if that was what was required. So Ananias and Sapphira are condemned by Peter for dishonestly holding back just a small amount of the proceeds of a piece of land they owned that they were going to sell for God's people. I can think of a good reason as well not to set the 10% sort of in stone, which is that for some people it's just more of a stretch. If you earn £20,000, then giving 2,000 doesn't feel like it leaves a lot behind. But what if you earn £100,000? That might seem a bit easier. There's a lot left over, isn't there? If you earn that much, there's more room to be generous, isn't there? Perhaps to give more than 10%. The higher it goes, the more you can see how it pushes into that sort of Zacchaeus territory. I know this is a real challenge, from our experience of giving. Of course it's a challenge, but so does God, because in quite a well-known verse in the Old Testament, tucked away in the book of Malachi, he challenges his people to bring in the full tithe. He says, test me in this. It's fascinating, of course, because Jesus reminds us broadly not to put God to the test, but in this area of giving we're invited to, and the result is amazing. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. That's an awful lot. That's a lot of blessing, isn't it? And God promises us all of it as we bring in the full tithe. Imagine what the blessing might look like as you offer God the full tithe. How does it look?